Okay.
First part.
Okay.
When you do the double bong up, like
Yes,
how
yes.
do you know if your hands are in the right position?
How do you know your hand in the right position? Okay.
Like, is it out or is it more in?
Alright, okay, good. So the bong out is like this. Okay, the bong out, low bong out, this part, right? This part?
Yes.
Okay. This part is like this. Number one, when you understand the move, it's from here, right? The idea of this low bong out, when you kick and then you low bong out. Idea is you want your elbow and your hip, you see when it connect from here? We learn Silam Tao, hands out, yes? Now, we need that connection in a push. In a push. So when you do the forearm, you want from here and you use your step and you move it, push into the center line. Okay? What happens is you can use it and let's say you were in the Lam Shou Ji Sao and you will stick like this. Alright? And then now you really want to trap both your hands together to hit it. So if you are actually hold it here, okay, notice that resistance. If I'm starting this, I'm fighting. Yeah, this cannot fight this. But when you force the force on my wrist and I accept that I cannot fight with this, I'm soft your wrist and I use my elbow. So the idea of this is like that. You release the force from where we are fighting with the guy, which is the forearm. You release it soft and then you use an elbow to hold it. Now, to use an elbow to hold it, push it, is you don't raise too high, you get on the shoulder. But if you relax it and then you have your hip, right? And from the hip, you are go for the elbow. So this technique is hip, elbow, and then hip, elbow, and then move. Now, to get that stronger, I'm need the slide. That's why this move is like this.
Yes. Understood.
Yeah. So if you do the move and you feel when you come in, it's a fight shoulder to the shoulder. You are going. All right. You come in here. You feel for the heart. You like your wrist. Fight with him before you push. That's also wrong. Wrist cannot fight with him. Your wrist is relaxed. Yes. See that different?
Yes.
I go from the point that look like we are fighting. Suddenly, I turn to the trap and I hit you. Yes. The form is like that. Relaxing, and yes. But if you go somewhere like some people who this shoulder cannot fight him, the wrist cannot push him, right? So it looked like a push. It looked like a push, but not forced to his force. Okay, it's soft and it rolling your elbow to it. Just say we already have a Chum Kiu. From here, I don't force him, I turn him.
Yes.
Right? Instead of people think I force him, no good. He put the force in and I turn him to that side.
Yes.
This is it. I don't force straight to him, but I use my body and I roll to him.
Yes.
Yeah? So that is the idea of this part. Number two, that one application. Number two, back here, when we're in a fight both hand. Alright, both hand. When a guy pull hand, there's nothing I can do. If I'm resisted, pull it, and I resisted. Now what happened is now we started fighting and then he can fight you, right? So what happened is you want to be by surprise to take to control this, right? So what happened is the same thing. If I work with one hand, first you see both hand. When a person pull my hand down, if I resist back, I'm fight with him, right? But when he pull it down and I relax it, then I use his elbow. So now I counter this pull.
Yes.
Yeah? Same with this hand. He pulled the hand and then I turn, right? He pulled it down and I soften and I turn it and I use the elbow to hold him and I hit. So this is the purpose why the hand from here, relaxing and suddenly you use an elbow into it.
Yes.
Relaxing, use an elbow to it, right? It could be happen in one hand, could be happen in both hands. Alright? But when you actually go for use this one hand and in a fight, it could be the other hand I trap it. Right? So what the situation where we are fighting Jisao or something like this, we're in a fight. When the guy pulled me from here, and I see I'm using.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what it is, right? So I follow what he pulled me, and then I turn one to bong sao, and follow the hit, and then this hit. Then I hit him. Instead of I try to get out,
Yes.
I get hit, I'm resist, I'm fighting.
Yes.
You understand? So this one is like that. Kick and relax. Hello. Yes. And relaxing, right? And you go up to hands out. The same thing, you relax it by bring hand close to your hip, then again use your hip to start again.